Good morning all, here we are, Saturday, time for the update. Hope you're all having a good week. Thank you very much to all those who submitted a coordinate this week, because we had 20 coordinates submitted. That's brilliant. That's for me, that's the top end. I wouldn't really want any more than that. I mean, as of this morning, Tuesday's video had 1,020 videos. So there's 1,000 views, sorry. So there's 1,000 people didn't leave a coordinate, but imagine if they had, and I had to put 1,000 crosses on here. That would have been mental. 20 is plenty. That's great. Anywhere between 10 and 20, I think, makes sense. There's 8 judges, so between 10 and 20 gives us a good chance of an average. So you've all clustered it closer than I was expecting. I thought it would have been a much wider cluster than this, wider spread. But they're relatively clustered together. Well, 18 of them are. The person that left this one over on the right-hand side there, when he left his coordinate, sorry, I can't remember your name, I'd find it in the comments, said that, yeah, I think he's looking further to the right than everybody else thinks. And that might be the case, because this fella in white down here, we can't really tell from there where Jimmy Savile's apprentice is actually looking. But you've got to bear in mind here that if we assume the judges are going to do what we've done, and half of them are going to go over in this cluster here, then for that one on the right to be the winning cross, the other half, roughly, of the judges would have to be above his head for that to be in the middle. And nobody's going to go that far to the right there above his head. So yeah, it doesn't really add up to what the judges are going to do, because we've got to remember here, it's not where we think it is. Where do we think the judges are going to go? With the idea being that the coordinates you submit are a reflection of how the judges are going to play it. Because if I draw lines from... oh, am I on lines? No, I'm drawing bloody crosses now. Oh, good grief. Which one did I just add? That one there, I think. Yeah, delete that one. Yeah, that's gone. Draw lines. Right, if I draw some lines from Russell Brand up to the outside ones. See, there's a hell of a wide spread there. And I'm not seeing that, to be honest, at all. So I'm going to knock that one out. I'm just going to draw lines across the main cluster. Just so we can see. I've lost his eye. The hell are you doing, Mark? So if we just draw across the main cluster there, that's quite a narrow spread from him, isn't it? What about the other fella up here then? One of these badminton players. Actually, that takes in that top right one there. Let's just... yeah, and this fella down here. We can't see this fella's eyes, so this is going to be, you know, guesswork here based on the angle of his head, really. So we've got that sort of area there. What on earth is going on now? Why do I always make everything look so difficult? Alright, so basically we got that clustered in the middle over there. And a random line going across the top because I messed it up. But yeah, that sort of makes sense to me. That's a much tighter cluster than I thought it would be. I've got to be honest. So, where's the average on that then? Let's have a look. Okay, 1625 796. And let me get the target on there, see what we think. About there. Yeah, but we got to bear in mind as well, right, that the average that we do on a Saturday is just that. It's just an average. It's a guide. So if you've gone much more to the left of the average and you think it should be more to the left of the, then certainly do that. And higher or lower or further to the right. It's only an average of the 20 coordinates that you guys have submitted. And it's usually pretty good. If it's not in zone 1, it's usually in zone 2. So it is only a guide as to the rough area where we think it should be. We'd never nail it down to the exact pixel. That's impossible. We'd never do it. So that's where we are for that one, for this week. I don't know if you noticed, you Revcomps players, but before I forget as well, I took all the crosses off on Wednesday because they come up with the £10, pay £10 and get £10 credit back the next day. They did that on Thursday, and as much as I've got annoyed with them in the past, I wanted to take advantage of that because I like to play a couple of tickets for that one of the camper vans on a midweek lifestyle as well, so I used it for that. But they did the same thing again. They put the promotion up on the sort of headline banner at the top, but there was no mention that you had to pay cash and that you couldn't use credit to do it. Also, if you did do it and you've got your £10 credit back on Friday, that expires next Thursday. I got caught out with this before. I lost £3.50 credit last time they did this because I didn't realise that it only lasts for a week. Now, as far as I'm concerned, there's no excuse for not saying this. There is a link right the way down the bottom of the page, past the 170 cars that are on the Dream Car competition, and it says promotional terms and conditions or whatever. But I've said all along, there's no need for that to be down there. They should have had a line underneath on the main banner saying you can only use cash for this, not credit. Click here for terms and conditions. You shouldn't have to go hunting for it to find out, because I just find that really deceitful and unnecessary. There's no need for it. So be warned, if you spent your £10 cash and you had your £10 credit, it's only valid till next Thursday. I think it's midnight next Thursday. So I'm going to have to do the same, because what I did, I had to take all the crosses off, submit my cross, and then put all the crosses back on. Imagine if I had to do that with 1,000 of them. Anyway, where was I? I was going to Revcomps, wasn't I? So you may have noticed that on Thursday night, because I was waiting for the new cars to go on, ready for next Thursday, but they didn't. And this was another one that was mismanaged, really. I sent them an email on Friday morning and said, can you tell me what's happened to the cars for next Thursday's draw, because there's nothing on the website. Am I missing something here? You might have mentioned it on last night's draw live on Facebook, but I didn't watch it, so I don't know. Didn't get a response, but then later on in the day there was a mass email come out to, I guess, everybody that has signed up with Revcomps, saying they're trying out a new thing. So it'll be the cars will be on there for a much shorter time. So next Thursday's cars will only appear during or after Monday night's draw. So you'll only have a couple of days in which to sort of buy tickets ready for Thursday's draw. And then on Thursday, the following Monday's cars will go on there. Now, I think that's a good idea, but I think they should have actually said that. There's nothing to stop them putting a little notice up there on Thursday night saying, yeah, we're not adding next Thursday's cars until Monday. Click on this link, this will explain everything. But they didn't. They pulled a BOTB stunt and just sort of didn't tell anybody until a while after, halfway through the next day. But in the meantime, I got bored with not having new cars to pick. So I'd already had 3 tickets on this T-Roc, and I had 1 ticket on this Porsche because of the £70,000 alternative. And because there was no other cars to pick for the following Thursday, I ended up getting one for this GTI Golf Polo. And then I thought, bugger it, I'll get one for this Mini Club one as well. So I've now got tickets on 4 vehicles for Monday night. Now, I've complained for weeks I'm spending too much money and I got to cut back, but there we are. It is what it is. So Monday night now will be the following Thursdays, and they'll do the early bird where it's 10% off from, I think it's Monday till Wednesday, then the draw is on the Thursday. And then on Thursday night then, they'll put Mondays on there, and the early bird will last until Sunday. And then Monday night is the draw. So that's that. Enjoy your Saturday. I've got a 750-word essay I've got to submit on Tuesday, and so far I haven't written a single word of it for my Open University degree. So I'll be doing that all weekend. So in the meantime, have a good weekend, guys, and good luck.